Otis, there's some players that we want to talk about that have impressed so far. We want to give Otis's Kudos Awards out for a couple of players right here. Yeah. And, for me, like we look at guys like Montorie Foster on the offensive side of the ball. He's had a great first start to the season. Right now, he's got, 19 catches, 226 yards. He's leading the team in receptions, averaging about 11.89 yards per catch.
And, Montorie will have probably more. There was a couple, major drop stats, not truly in his DNA. And I think if you talk to him, he would obviously tell you that too. And his pops will, just think about if we're able to get him more touches, because clearly he's leading. He's made some big possession catches for us where we thought we were get 3 and outs, and he's came through. So we're hoping that this off bye week can give us some more body work with the quarterbacks and the timing. I think there was an element of just timing and being able to see the routes develop, right? Because there was like last weekend, man, like I feel for Noah Kim, because as you're sitting on the sideline, you're watching, no one can break separation, because like that's how their defense, Iowa's defense was set up so sound, where mano, like they could not get any window of opportunity for Noah to throw the ball when all guys were out there running routes. So, you got to figure out
what is that from, like as a defensive secondary, because that's what I wanted to ask you about the other day. Like when you're playing defense, why is it? Because I saw the same thing when we were watching the game. The guys couldn't get separation. What causes that lockdown?
Man, listen, physicality at the front line, starting out from start stance and getting out the route, off the break, off the line. There was always some type of physical touch, push, whatever it was, on the receiver. Also, you got linebackers, their linebackers were so sound in that hook curl that it was like you're covering up those windows for the quarterback to even think about where to throw a placement, or even say, I see this dig, I see this slant, I'm gonna throw it a little bit leading, for the receiver to, before he gets to his break of his route, that ball should be there. But some of those windows were closed quick. I mean, you also, pressure, like there was every level of it, like pressure with Noah's dropping back. And there's elements where if you look at Noah, there's times where you look at the replays in game, he always runs out when they're 3 and out. He kind of looks up to see, okay, what went wrong. There was elements where I feel like he could have stepped up more inside the pocket and kind of held firm, right? Held firm. It's okay to take the sack. It's okay. It is okay to take the sack. And then there's those throws, man, that, those double moves, man, where these guys truly were a well-coached defense. And that secondary, I was saying they were putting the fear of God in. I don't think they were putting the fear of God in our guys, but they were physical every chance they got. If you were running that ball, somebody's getting hit hard. Somebody's laying a smack. And that's where that element of we as a defense, we have to do a better job of is rerouting these receivers, putting hands on off the line, pressing belt, mixing it up. And I felt like there was someone in every area of the field, every chance they got. And so that's an element that I see where windows of opportunity with throwing that ball is very small for when you're playing an Iowa defense.
I know you've been talking a lot about that rerouting and jamming guys at the line. It was evident in Iowa when our receivers went off. It was hands, and they were
trying to get off, right? They're trying to get off.
Yeah.
Coach Hawkins does that drill. I see that drill when we go to practice. They're doing everything with the pass. They're putting everything so these guys are feeling it every time when they're running around. It's a fight. But every time I saw, like, when you go out the route and Noah's trying to see who's open, I'm looking at progression. I'm looking at who is going to develop, and no one could get off of that. Like, I never saw anybody wide open. Now, maybe there's a few. Clearly, there was a few things that maybe were missed. But I also don't feel like we attack the inside of the hash marks. We are doing a lot of outs, a lot of quick ones where no one's given pressure to stretch these safeties and make them make a decision inside the hash marks. So I'm hoping this week there's more of the battle test of getting these guys to just we need more drag cross routes, and then you got a post. I didn't see one post attested throwing from Noah to a safe to a receiver in a post route. I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't.
I didn't see it.
No, it was a lot out. You're absolutely right.
Of,
when you brought up the middle of the field, and I want to give a couple more guys kudos here. Jerron Glover, Trey Mosley, obviously. The one guy, Malik Carr, before he went out of the game, he was running those seam routes. He was in the soft part of the zone and turning up the field in the middle part of the field.
Absolutely. And we talked about that when we were doing our recap or our preparation for Iowa was you got to utilize – remember we talked about Malik has to have a day. And the first 8 touches was Malik. He was 6. So
6 for 6.
Noah was 8 for 8, right, by that time. But
yeah, he ended up because Malik caught the first 6 passes, and that 6th one he got hit and was out of the game.
Yeah. So we talked about boxing out. Like we basically took Iowa's playbook and their tight end involvement, and we used Malik Carr and his talents. So for us, that really hurt because we also lost that production on the tight end when he went out. Now I know he tried to get back, but they were hit, man. Like they hit him once. That second one where I saw where he got hit right on the top
from the back.
On the back when he got hit, because he's a big dude, so it's gonna take 3 or 4. But that last hit, man, it was like a straight dart to the back on the top of the neck. Where, of course, man, you try your best to keep going out there, but we lost that production where that was an option for Noah. That option is now released and gone, and the other options aren't getting open. So, I know we got to highlight some other guys. Like I wanted to say, I know we highlighted some of the top defensive guys, but the entire defense, defense.
Before we get there, I don't want to forget about Nate Carter.
No, yeah, like Nate Carter was running. He was running like inside run drill all game, and this is where and I wish we can one game give Chew a headset on the sideline, you give me a headset, and we can go back and forth, right? Like, why would we throw a double move in the red zone after we establish the first down and we are pounding and Nate Carter is going at these boys and we throw an interception? In my mind, I'm like, that's the touchdown that would have saved the grace of we wouldn't even be in this predicament of a 16-16 tie. Like, all we needed was to score 1 touchdown on offense. We scored on defense, but like, why would we do that? We are legitimately breaking wheel. We're finally getting the momentum. We get in the red zone, and then we want to get cute and have a first down double move. It blew my mind while I was sitting there. Like, after that, I'm like, I don't know what else we can do because Nate just put us on his back. Like, he did a Marshawn Lynch, and he was running he was going positive yards. I probably saw that 1 tackle for loss, but that was negative, but he was getting positive yards. But Nate Carter
he had a loss of 2 yards, but his net was 108. 20 carries for 108. That's a 5.4 average against a stingy defense.
100 yards every game. Like, this man, he is, if we can get him some help, man, we are this, I feel like we're this close, right? We're like this close to really like putting 4 quarters together. And when we just do a self-inflicting wound, and I don't know if that's play call, decision-making, it's all in its say. I can't blame one person. Because, like, no. We had chances to win that game. I've never seen a team give so many opportunities back to us to say, no, you take the win. No, I've never seen it, and I knew it was going to be a battle. I told you guys it was going to be a battle. And I've just never seen it like that outside of looking in. I'm no longer a player playing actively, but somebody make a play, man. Like, just giving it. And then you leave it to a punt return to TD with just –
oh, my God.
I will be loyal. We
broke this down in the last show, Otis. I mean, you brought up the double move, which wasn't because Cooper DeJean didn't even bite on the double move. He ran the no. He was out. He went right to the corner.
Antonio Gates. I was looking at Antonio Gates on our end of the sideline because he was in too, and he had my man not shook, but he had it. If Noah would have threw that pass over to the left side, I think it would have been either a first down or it would have been at that goal line because he had it. But you can't even fault DeJean. This man, you're staring at him. Like, quarterback staring at him. Clearly, like, this is – and the way he caught it, it was just like, This is
He's a receiver.
Yeah, it's practice. I do this in
Soda.
practice every day. Yeah.
So
yeah, but let's go to the defense. I know we're running out of time.
Defensive side of the ball. I know we're getting long in the tooth there, but look, there's good content here, guys. So on the defensive side of the ball, obviously Malik Spencer, who leads the team in tackles with 34. Cal Halliday, 33 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss and a pick. Dylan Tatum, Jordan Hall, Zion Young, Derek Harmon, big fella in the middle. You go ahead, have your pick. There's so many.
We needed another takeover. We needed one turnover, one more.
Yeah,
that one where Powell loses his feet, but he's trying to get there. That would have closed it out.
That was it. We're up. We're up by 3 with 340 to go in the game.
Dylan's pound for pound, covering the receiver, the ball. He's playing the man, but not the ball. If he'd have played that ball, that's a pick six. In my opinion, 2-1 would have had a pick six. Malik Spencer, that deep route where he played the player, the ball was overthrown. He could have easily played that ball and got that pick. Like, if you look at it, play it back.
Yeah.
Those are those things where people are like, oh, man, like another one. No, those are those small details that if you take the advantage, this is a different ball game. But
game of inches. That's the
this boy Zion Young was in that backfield every time, every down. And
4.5 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks. He leads the team in both categories.
And we can't forget about we cannot forget about Malik Hall. This man.
Oh no.
Dog, like Spartan Nation, you have to understand, we cannot lose these guys. We can't lose Zion Young. We can't lose Malik Hall. We can't lose Malik Spencer. We can't lose
Jordan Hall.
Jordan Hall. Sorry, I said Malik. Like, I'm in basketball. Thank you for the correction. Edit that, Tony L. We cannot lose Jordan Hall. We can't lose Mangum because Mangum's hurt right now. But as a safety, think about it. Now, I want to give kudos to one of our DBs, our safeties, walk-on from Lansing Catholic, who came in, and that's where I felt like Coach Barnett did a great job, man. Like, through all the chaos, the body of work we put out there, the product, all of our guys could have easily hung up the cleats and said, I'm no longer playing. Like, all of our guys could have did that. But like you said, there was no quit. It was like, you know what? It's still football at the end of the day, man. You get to play this game, beautiful game we all love. And I valued and measured the heart. And the Spartan Nation, our guys, our heart is at the ultimate high, man. So all we need is those turnovers, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, Coach D came over to me when Malik Spencer dropped. He was like, we got to get him to catch one of those. Like, it's hitting his hands. We got to – if he catch – this is a top safety in the league in Big Ten. Like, as a sophomore, he's that guy. He is that guy. And I said that preseason. He's that guy. And we need to make sure – and he's coming thumping too, but we just need to put everybody body to work, man. Everybody's got to bring their A game, and I think we'll be great for next week. So I'm looking forward to breaking down, getting ready for Rutgers.